We are live. College football week 5 is in the books. We're looking ahead to week 6 here on the West Coast Trad podcast.
Almost at the halfway point.
A lot to talk about. There's quite a few almost upsets this past weekend. There weren't a whole lot of finished upsets, but there were quite a few almost upsets. So we'll get to talk about all of them. Actually, a couple finished upsets, I guess. We'll talk about those as well. There always is a few in there. But man, what a solid weekend of college football. As we talked about last week, I missed most of it with being on the road down to bright and beautiful Tucson, Arizona, which, by the way, actually is quite bright and beautiful. I won't lie. I was making jokes about that last week. Nice little town, actually. If you ever have a chance to get down there, I'd highly recommend. But what we're here to talk about is college football as a whole, and also introduce my guest, Mr. Robert Jokin. How are you doing today, my friend?
Doing great. Love talking some college football. We're in the thick of the season. We're in the meat of the season, and it's getting so interesting.
Yeah,
we're finally seeing, who's for real, who's not, and it's a lot of fun.
We're at week 6 out of 13 coming up here. Well, 13 regular season weeks. Almost
14
14 if you can conference championship weekend. That's true. So
no, I'm talking week 0.
Kind of week 0. Yeah. True. So we're almost at the halfway point of the season, which is crazy. College football goes too fast. But the nice thing is we'll still have NFL after, and we'll have draft talk after, and bowl season will still be here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But
it's only October 3rd. We got plenty of time.
It's only October 3rd. Yeah, but savor it while it lasts, because it won't be here forever, my friend. But it's also only October 3rd, so it'll still be here for a while longer. Anyways, again, like I was saying on that intro, it was a pretty fun weekend, honestly. Started off Friday night with a little bit of a snoozer in Utah, Oregon State, but
are we going to completely ignore Thursday night? Come on, buddy. There was actually a fun game that night, and I'm not talking
Jacksonville
about
State, Sam Houston.
I'm not talking about one of my faves. Don't have the bell yet, but it's a ring the bell. Western Kentucky taking down another solid program in Middle Tennessee pretty well. I'm talking about Jacksonville State versus Sam Houston. That was a fun game. Overtime, huge bad beat. Scott Van Pelt last night. I was watching last night. It was a fun game. Fun programs there. Those are two awesome programs. Are they still FCS or did they move up?
No, they both moved up this year, actually. So there you go. A little bit of a built-in rivalry there, actually, of having moved up in the exact same year.
Well, and I think they played in championship games as well, or deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, two really solid programs there in Jacksonville State.
North Dakota State and South Dakota State join the MAC. Come on,
yeah,
it's getting ridiculous.
And they would dominate the MAC probably too. Let's be real.
They would.
Yeah,
it's just absurd. Yeah. All right, but now let's go to the real games. Let's go to Friday.
Yeah, we'll start with Utah and Oregon State, the headliner, the game that everyone was getting excited about. If you like offense, you were disappointed.
You see what I was doing there?
What was that? Hold on, you have to do it again. I missed it.
That's something I never want to see again, is Jonathan Smith milking himself.
Hey man, it worked, man. It worked. He milked the win, man. He milked the win. But actually, funny personal story about this game is right before it started, like I was at the gym at like 4:30, from 4:30, 5:30, it started at 6. I screwed up my back really, really bad and could barely freaking walk. It was that bad. I was on painkillers. I was on like heating pad, massage all night just to be able to recover before the game on Saturday. It worked. And nice. I still was probably more functional than Utah's offense in this game.
Incredible.
Credit where credit's due. They didn't get shut out, but man, this was ugly. If you were a Ute fan, it was brutal.
What happened to week 1? What happened since week 1, man?
Well, they didn't even have that. That quarterback wasn't even the one who played this week. Nate Johnson was in there, and
they're injured to hell. But honestly, sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
I remember Nate Johnson from when I was recruiting the West Coast at the University of Washington, of course. My man's is a wide receiver. He played quarterback in high school, but he was always being
So
recruited
did
as an
so did
athlete.
half of all college football players.
Exactly. He was recruited to play wide receiver, and it looked like it tonight, or it looked like it on Friday night. I won't lie; it looked like he does not belong at quarterback in college football offense. It was ugly. He was missing throws when he was hitting his throws. His receivers were dropping open passes. The offense looked like it was just dysfunctional. Couldn't run the ball even with with an athletic quarterback. He can't run the ball. It was ridiculous. Oregon State's offense didn't look a whole lot better. But they just got a
BJ
couple of
Pooh.
lucky plays. Yeah, he still looks really, really bad. But
They won.
they won. Exactly.
Yeah,
They got a couple
that's a
big
Friday night.
plays.
That's a Friday night.
That was a
Pac-12
Friday
game.
night. Friday night Pac-12
Um,
game. Do we play any
what I would
Friday
have to
night
say,
games this year?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, which is nice. I completely agree with you. Andy Ludwig was also turned down the Alabama um, offensive coordinator job. Might not look that good with them either.
No.
Does Cam Rising fix the problems? I don't know. I don't think you say he definitively does.
It makes it better, but it doesn't fix them.
I think they can't score with UW. They can't score with Oregon. They can't score
Oh
with
no,
USC. And they play all three of those teams.
Quick confirmation. Yeah, UW does not play a single Friday or Thursday night game this year. So.
Thank God. And then, I'm still not sold on Oregon State.
No,
They
not
not
that offense. That defense, I mean, although the defense didn't show up against Washington State, so
I don't think that defense is as good as it was last year. Omar Spates, Rajon Wright.
That's true. They did lose those guys.
And another corner, I think. But I can't believe Utah was ranked 10 after watching that offense.
Yeah,
that was not good.
UCLA. Yeah. They scored 7 points against UCLA because remember, one of their touchdowns
was a pick six.
So, yeah. Well, hey, if they'd had 2 more pick sixes in this game, then it might have worked out.
They would have tied it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't always rely on those. They're rare for a reason. But yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, credit to Oregon State though. They came out. Their defense played. I mean, again, they were playing a third string quarterback and a dysfunctional offense, but they almost got a shutout
to win the game.
Anytime that play who's in front of you, and the Oregon State's defense came to play last night, or not last night. I keep saying last night.
One more comment about Oregon State. Their helmets not matching their jerseys was bad.
Yeah, like that slightly different orange.
And there was a great. I don't know if you said this or someone else said it, but it looked like Utah was wearing Oregon State jerseys and Oregon was wearing Utah jerseys with how red the Oregon State jerseys looked and how the whiteness and just like the kind of the pattern of the Utah jerseys helmet looked like it was flipped. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah. I like Oregon State's uniforms generally, but when they go the orange on the helmet being different from the orange of the jersey is not a good look. Not a good look.
But that's a fun Friday night slate too. Louisville, NC State. Louisville is sneaky right now. They're sneaky. Jeff Brohm's a good coach. They're 5-0. They can make some noise in the ACC. I don't know if they play Louisville or if they play Duke or Florida State. Can you look up that schedule for me real quick? Just a little pop that in there, but maybe they could be the one to challenge Florida State.
They play Duke, do not play Florida State. They play Notre Dame this weekend.
Oh, that could be a spoil. That's at home too.
Yeah, that could be a sneaky fun one. That could be a sneaky fun one.
That might be a big upset. We'll come back to that later.
The big stupid upset of the week.
Good. Yeah, they're looking good right now.
And then
Louisiana Tech, UTEP. Oh, there was one thing to talk about in that game, and that's that horrible neck stomp by that Louisiana Tech defender.
Oh,
that was bad. Oh, it was bad. I think he got suspended indefinitely by his own school.
Oh, you know what? No, I have seen this one. He
did an Indomikatsu next stop. Yeah, it was bad.
No, that's inexcusable. Kids, if you're watching and you don't next stop opponents when you're playing football. It's not very nice.
No.
And then a little Big 12 action.
Big
Cincinnati, BYU.
12.
Cincinnati sucks. BYU's not much better. Cincinnati
Yeah.
might not even make a bowl game this
These
year.
were
That'd be
these were
quite
these
the
were
letdown.
they screwed up so much by turning down Sean Lewis for Scott Satterfield.
Mhm.
That was a big oopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Big 12 sure added 4 great teams. They're really looking good this year, aren't they?
Hey, but they're gonna add
They're
2
adding
great teams
they're
next
adding
year.
they're adding 3 pretty good
And you know, and a pretty good U of A
uh
team, and
a Colorado on the rise. I think Jed Fish is doing good stuff in at
I agree.
Arizona.
No, I've been on the Fish train
What's your
since
3?
summer.
What's your 3? What's your 3?
My 3 was U of A.
Or no, you
Colorado.
said 2. You said 2. Okay.
No, I said
agree,
2. I said 2 good programs, and a solid third program.
What's the solid third?
At U of A.
So Colorado's a good now?
I think Colorado's a good.
Yeah. I think they're shooting
now
up
once they
high.
lose Dion, once I think they lose Dion, they probably tank.
He's staying for another year at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's at least staying for,
as
I think
as
after
Shador's
once
there,
Shador's gone, he's gone. When Shador leaves, he's gone. I think everyone knows that, and he's probably going to go to an SEC team. Florida after next year if they fire Billy Napier. Oh, that's a great match.
Oh man, can you imagine an FSU guy at Florida though?
Oh, good point. What if Norvell leaves FSU?
Oh man, that's his dream job.
Well,
that's his dream job.
Dion's alma mater is not FSU. It's Jackson State.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Oh, is that what? Oh, yeah, he says that. Okay.
Did he? I think he might have gone to Jackson State for a year.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Look this up. I might be totally just pulling this out of my ass.
Oh, gosh. Deion Sanders. It's gonna say Florida State, but let's do a better question. Did Deion Sanders ever attend Jackson State?
Look up his Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next.
He might have gone to an HBCU.
Let's see. Early life.
Damn.
College career, enrolled in Florida State and played 3 sports, split football,
that
baseball,
totally
track.
came out of my ass then.
Yep. Man, that's an L. That's an L.
That is a fat L. Then yeah, that would probably be pretty sacrilegious to do that. Maybe Arkansas, if the big wigs in the SEC don't believe him yet. Jimbo, if he gets fired at
that would be fun.
I mean, they can't recruit much better at A&M. It's not like the recruiting is the issue.
Yeah, shoot. Maybe Deion's a better coach than Jimbo Fisher. Who knows?
I mean, I don't think that's a stretch.
No, although Jimbo Fisher's got a national championship, got to give him some respect.
Oh, he's recruiting well, and it's definitely from the oil money.
Right. Exactly. But
Alabama, what if he goes to Alabama when Saban's done? One thing that I've been saying for a while about the Bama job is that I don't think it's as appealing as people think. I think not as many people are going to want to go after Nick Saban than people think. I think that's just an impossible expectation to meet. I think it's going to be. I don't think the top candidates are going to go to it as much as people think.
I'm trying to think, who would be like an SEC, like a big SEC program that might like fire their coach in the next 2 years.
Auburn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Huge freeze, blew it.
We'll
get to it. God damn it. Florida,
yeah.
Arkansas, but they're not a top one.
What if Brian Kelly just completely flames out at LSU?
That would be fun. Coach Prime with Louisiana boys.
That would be fun. That would be insane, actually.
It doesn't have to. I mean, it's not hard to recruit at LSU, though. It really
no,
isn't,
it's not.
You got the money in the world, and everyone in Louisiana wants to go there.
Yep, exactly. And it's a good high school football state for sure. So,
It is, yeah, it's a really good one, especially for the positions that matter.
Yeah. So
they feed their boys well down there.
Yeah, man, Brian Kelly flaming out at LSU might actually be best case scenario for that
That is an
program.
overreaction right now. I think that's an overreaction.
It definitely is. It definitely is. They'll be fine, but
I think it's gonna be really hard to fire him too.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get to the top.
Let's move to the Saturday game. Here we go.
Let's start from one.
For once, we're actually probably talking about the Georgia game.
Huge freeze blew it.
Mm-hmm.
And
had it right there.
It was right there. Oh, there was a great graphic that was like the last 4 number ones to go into Auburn Stadium have lost.
Well, congratulations to Kirby Smart for breaking the trend.
Yeah. What's the name of their stadium?
Isn't it? Is it? Oh shoot! What is it? I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna be like,
not Bobby Dodd, right? Is it Bobby Dodd?
Auburn Football Stadium. Jordan Hare. I knew it was Jordan Hare. Something. Dang
Jordan Hare is the cursed place of, like, I feel like every conference has like a cursed place that's like so hard to play. So like Big Ten, it's Iowa. Jordan Hare for the SEC.
Either the Arizona schools for
Arizona schools, yeah, either of them. They've just constantly been spoilers. I wonder what would you say for ACC and for
I would say like Kansas State for the Big 12. Although they've also just been a good program.
Texas Tech could be a good one.
Texas Tech's a good one. Actually, that might be the one. And then for the ACC, I mean, technically Clemson, because they like never lose home games.
Pitt.
Oh, Pitt's a good one. Yeah, Pitt's probably it.
West Virginia, Pat White game, as well as 2016, they beat Clemson the same week that like all the number ones lost. So I think like all the top guys lost. So I think like UW, Michigan, and Clemson all lost the same week.
Mm-hmm.
That was the USC game. So yeah, there's your cursed stadiums right there. I'd say Tempe's more cursed than Tucson.
Yeah, I think that's true. No, that's true. Yeah, Tempe, weird stuff happens in Tempe, man.
A lot of weird stuff happened to like the 2000s Oregon teams in Tempe as well.
Mm-hmm. Or even the 2019 Oregon team, they lost in Tempe.
I think the Pac-12 is the only conference with so many just geographic and like geological advantages some teams have. So like some teams you have elevation.
Colorado's got Colorado and Utah elevation,
and then you have the desert in Arizona State. You have noise with Oregon State, and UW.
Mm-hmm. And all those schools up in the Northwest have like the rain and everything.
Rain and the snow even in Pullman.
Yeah.
There's everywhere else is pretty flat. There's
all the California schools are just kind of, yay, we have good weather year round. And
everywhere else in college football too.
Yeah, that's true.
Other than Wyoming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Big Ten
football. NAU flat.
Big
elevation.
There's some snowy Big Ten games once you get to November.
Snow isn't too bad to play in other than your grip, but
yeah.
Poor Big 12 because they're getting 4 of the worst ones to play in. They're getting 4 brutal ones.
So yeah, two desert schools and 2 elevation schools. It's gonna suck, bro. I guess the Texas schools will be used to the desert.
U of A's elevation is no joke too. It's at 2,000.
Yeah, sure.
People forget that.
It doesn't feel like
U of A isn't low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because you got UW. I don't know about Oregon State, but the California schools, they're at sea level as well.
They're at sea. UW's at sea level. UW's on the sea practically.
Is UW or is Oregon State, are they sea level? I feel like they are.
They're probably pretty close. Hold on, let's do a little bit of a.
I think Oregon's pretty flat.
Yeah, they're in the
basin, Columbia Basin.
430 feet. Oh yeah.
Nope, nothing much.
Oh wait, Corvallis. Corvegas. 235, so even closer.
Yeah.
What is Tucson really at 2,000 feet? Shoot, man, yeah, they're almost half a mile up in the air.
No joke.
Man, I go there like every other weekend. I don't really feel it. That's crazy. What about Tempe? I'm just curious about Tempe. Is
Tempe's
Tempe
low,
low?
I think. Yeah, Tempe's significantly
Yeah.
lower.
Shoot.
I think.
Well,
Yeah, I think that's
I'm
not
trying to
low though.
imagine making that drive and making like an almost 1,000-degree climb. It doesn't feel like I'm making that big a
Yeah.
climb. Weird, man. Weird. My ears do pop a little bit on that drive, so maybe that's it. I just don't even notice.
Hey, look up Pullman's elevation. Sorry for doing that to you.
No, you're good. Pullman,
I think it's not too high. I don't think it's too high.
Pullman, Washington Seaville.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Sheesh.
That's more than I thought.
That's way more than I thought. Holy cow. It's a little mountain
I thought
town.
since Eastern Washington was flat, you know?
No, me too, honestly. I mean, I guess flat and being at sea level aren't the exact same thing because you can
No.
be flat on like a hill. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
174 for Seattle. Let's see, Stanford, California. Well, we might as well do all the Pac-12 while we're here. Stanford, California, sea level, 95 feet. That's about what I expected. Berkeley, California, probably gonna be pretty close. Yeah, 171. And then finally, beautiful Los Angeles, California, 305. Oh wait, I guess we have to do Pasadena too, because technically UCLA
Mm.
plays in Pasadena. 863. Wow. So there you go.
Well,
There's all the
it's a
Pac-12.
bowl though, so you lose about 20 feet.
True. That's true. So
Oh, I had to do it there.
843. 843. But there you go. What brought that conversation up? I don't even remember, man.
Hostile
Oh
environments.
yeah. Oh yeah. Cursed, not even hostile, cursed environments in each conference. That's what you get in the West Coast Draft podcast. You just get these awesome tangents. But yeah, Georgia freaking escaped there, man. They should not.
Oh yeah. They escaped because of Brock Bowers.
Yeah, probably, man. He's gonna look good, so good in Cincinnati next year, and they're gonna
He's gonna
still
be a
go.
stud. He's gonna be a
He's gonna,
stud. His
and
hands,
yeah,
his hands are incredible. But
yeah,
yeah, Carson Beck is not a good quarterback, but they're gonna
he is
stay
not.
number one until they lose. And I think they're gonna end up losing a game.
Yeah,
This team won't steamroll.
let's look at their schedule. Let's see where their first loss is. Kentucky. Oh shoot, Kentucky ain't no slouches. That could be a fun
Upset
one.
alert. Upset alert. Ole Miss, Missouri.
At Vandy, they're not gonna lose
Oh,
to
they got
Florida. Oh,
freaking
Missouri. So
cupcakes.
the thing is that all their hard games are at home.
Mhm.
Kentucky at Kentucky would be interesting. In Georgia, they'll be favored pretty easily. Missouri, they're a frisky team this year, but they get it at home.
What's that receiver's home? What's that receiver's name?
Shoot, what is his name?
He's
Hold
got a
on.
goofy name.
I remember it was we talked about this, I think.
He's awesome though. He's a
Missouri.
great receiver.
Shoot, what is it? I swear we talked about this, but I'm blanking on it now. Receiver from Missouri. Hold on. I'm pulling up my draft board here to see if I have him on there yet. Missouri. Is it Theo Weiss?
No,
No, different guy. Maybe he's not draft eligible then.
no, he's not.
Yeah, in
He's got
that case,
another
I would.
year.
He's got
He's a
another
local
year.
kid. Went to St. Louis.
Uh, oh, Luther Burden?
Yep, Luther. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
He's a
Luther
stud.
Burden. Remember the
He's gonna get a
name.
bag to transfer. I don't know if he will though.
Hey, might not need to. Freaking Missouri, man. If they can keep a lot of their talent, they might be a top 10 team next year to start the year. They're rolling right now. So that could be fun. That Georgia Missouri game could be fun. Ole Miss again, another good game, but they get it at home. Shoot, the only ranked team they play on the road is Tennessee, and
And
they
will
might
they
not
be
be
ranked
ranked.
then? Doubt
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So
Joe
yeah,
Milton go
man.
off against that defense.
Yeah. How many home games does Georgia have left? Actually, now just looking at it, they've played one, two, three, four. They played their first four games at home, so they've only played one road game, and then they still have one, two,
They play a
three,
total of 4
four.
road games.
They play, yeah. Nine. Wait, 8 home games and 4 road games. Are you freaking kidding me?
SEC is ridiculous. They need to add
That's
another game.
oh
It's just.
gosh, that's terrible. That's inexcusable.
I think
That's
honestly, unless a team wins out in SEC, they shouldn't make the playoffs. They only play 8
no,
games.
yeah, that's a good
Unless
point.
the team looks really, really good. I don't think Georgia. I don't think anyone in this country believes that Georgia's the number 1 team right now.
Not right now, not like the way they are
Uh,
right now. Again, it's sort of like you have to knock them off the mantle
you
first,
got, you
but
got to, you got to, to be the man. You got to beat the man. Who said that? I think Ric Flair.
Flair, yeah. There we go. Moving on. We should probably
There's
keep
the
moving.
first team. Yeah, Michigan, Nebraska. It was Michigan,
Yeah,
Nebraska. We can move on.
yeah. Michigan finally kind of looked like they were supposed to.
Yep.
They might be number 1.
I'm not
Kansas
sold on their
Tech,
defense.
Texas. Kansas,
Man,
Texas.
that was close in the first half. It's tough without your quarterback. Man,
Yeah, I mean,
Texas
shoot,
really turned it
and
on
he
the
was
second half.
and he was a very late like scratch too. Like they thought he was
Mhm.
going to play all the way up to. So that's unfortunate. That sucks. And Texas has been a good second half team all year basically. So
I put Texas as my number 1 right now, not Michigan.
Sure. Okay. I mean, they're definitely in my top 3. So there you
Florida State did not play, and neither did number 5, and that is I forget.
go. Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yeah, both were idle. So then you go to Penn State, Northwestern.
This game was
It
close
was
for
close
a
early.
lot of it.
Drew
And then the
Aller
second half
only
happened.
189
Yeah,
yards when they put up
he's not
41.
really slinging it. He's not really
They
slinging
can't.
it. They
I don't
don't
think
need
they're going to be
to.
able to win the Big Ten. With that,
Nah.
I think maybe come back next year. That defense is so good, but
Mhm.
I don't think they'll be able to score on the defense of Ohio State and Michigan.
Michigan, yeah, it's tough too. It's tough. And you know what's a real shame is like if there's any conference that should get rid of divisions the way the Pac-12 did,
Mhm.
it's the
It
Big
was the
Ten.
Big
Because let's
Ten.
face it, every year the 2 best teams are Michigan and Ohio
Mhm.
State. They're both in the East. They should be playing every year. So, and honestly, if you want to have the real Big Ten championship every year, it's whoever wins Michigan, Ohio State.
Oh
So,
yeah, oh yeah. It's exciting that it's going to get spiced up next year.
yeah, there'll be some fresh blood. There'll be some fresh blood. Whether it matter, I mean, if USC, UW, and Oregon all walk into the Big Ten with new quarterbacks next year, it might not matter
Oh
all
god.
that much.
Oh
But
gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be rough for some well hey, we got a guy who's played a game at the big house before, ready in the wings.
let's move on before I think about that. Oh God, Washington's the next team. I was at this game, so here's my live report. Their defense fucking sucks, man. I don't know. I was just they couldn't get off the field to save their life. And I think that honestly, there's always people talk about like an offense that always goes 3 and out hurts the defense. I feel like a defense that can't get off the field hurts the offense because then the offense that's so rhythm based and like trying to like,
Mhm.
establish kind of control the clock and, air it out. Credit where credit's due. Arizona wins this game with a good defensive game plan. They said, we are not going to let you beat us deep. You're going to have to dink and dunk. And, Washington was able to do that successfully to 31 points. But going into this game, they were averaging like 50. This was a major letdown against Arizona here offensively. And that's not even to say from an execution standpoint, although, again, fumbling on the 3-yard line
And
was
also
ugly.
missing a. All right, you done
For
for a little bit for opening statements, or you can.
Yeah, I'll finish my opening statement. Yeah, I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta agree a lot of things. I was pretty scared going into this because it's an Arizona school, and every Pac-12 North team always struggles going to Arizona. It's tough. The elevation and the heat are no joke, and some players parents were saying that was an issue for some of the players. I think that is a better Arizona team than you give credit for. I think
No, for sure. I don't think they're a bad team by any means.
I think 0 for 3 on 4th downs on stopping them makes the defense look a lot worse. I agree with you. The pass rush wasn't waking up. I think Fafita is a pretty dang solid quarterback, especially with his
he looked
connection
good.
with
with
Tedoroa.
T-Mac. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were better at running the football this year too. That's a really good left tackle. Nunley had a great pick. And I'm not as low on the defense as you. I think that was always going to be a bit of a struggle, and the score is a little closer than that game was. I think it was
No,
always pretty
for
comfortable.
sure.
And as you said, we played prevent defense, and prevent defense prevents you from winning for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
We're a Jeremy fumble and drop away from this being thought of as a much different game. Jeremy had a rough one, but I'm glad he could learn a little bit while not losing the game. But the run game looked actually quite good.
I
Dylan
thought this was
Johnson
actually
really
Dylan
good.
Johnson's best game as a Husky, honestly.
And they were definitely, you could see Grubb adjusting. He was doing a lot of 2-back sets with Jeremy and Dylan Johnson in the backfield against those 2 high looks. And Cal did the same thing against us. People forget that, but we still carved him up. I think what this offense was really missing was John McMillan over the middle. I think when they have to cheat a little bit they can still give us those deep safety looks, but they do have to cheat a little bit for J-Mac, and that opens those deep bombs to Rome and Polk. So I think getting J-Mac back is huge. I think the O-line did a pretty good job against a pretty decent D-line, but I love how they did in the run game. Penalties were a huge issue. Penalties were bad. I think some of the holds I did not agree with. The hold on Gary and Hatchett was an awful call.
It's the thing you don't really see when you're there live, so I can't.
It was the screen pass. It was the swing pass one that they called a hold on when he pancaked the dude. I didn't see much on the end zone one, but that one's nowhere near as egregious on it's been on 2 swing passes. It was the one where Troy Fatanu pancaked the dude and got called for a hold, and it's the same thing. Gary and Hatchett pancaked the dude and got called for a hold as well. It's just, and then Braylon Trice can't get a holding call against him for his life when he's getting tackled out there. It's I hate Pac-12 refs, and I am so happy that they're going to be jobless after this week. But I'm happy we got a real test in us. We got a real full fourth quarter game. And, I think we got a lot to clean up for playing Oregon. And
and I think also
exciting.
Naturally too, it's also a little bit of a look ahead element to it.
It's the classic trap game. It has so many elements. First away conference game in the desert, first week of classes. Next game's a big game. Backup quarterback. It ticked every box. But this team's different. A Chris Pearson team does not win this game. This team was different. They had some resilience, and the defense can improve. I agree with you. But the biggest thing for me is how the defense is playing the ball. Bo Nix throws the flattest football out there. I think we're good for 2 picks. I like how this defense is playing the ball. And that's all I got to say. You got the rest of the UW floor.
No, I actually don't have much more to say other than, again, the defense is. I could talk for an hour about the defense. I feel like at this point, I want to focus on the positive. I hope you're right about the Oregon game. I think they probably would be able to generate some turnovers, but that game is going to look like a lot like last year, sort of 37-34. It's going to be that same score again.
I think UW having it at home is the huge differentiator.
Oh, 100%. If that game was in Oregon, I would be predicting Oregon wins.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next week because that's not a.
I want to talk about it now. I'm so antsy about it.
Well, we have a lot to talk about on next week's college football pod.
My gosh!
Hey, here's
one
some
more thing about this game.
Okay, one more
thing.
Okay.
What do you think about the readout? Was it fun?
It was fun, actually. I mean, it was funny, actually. I didn't realize there was a readout until I actually got into the stands and noticed it. And obviously the players were all wearing red. When I was just on the party scene and everything, I didn't really notice a whole lot of red, honestly. And that's the regular fans on the street. But once you get into the stadium and you see it, it was fun. It was kind of like a little high school. Oh yeah, they got the
Wildcats. I learned
Wildcat.
that. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. They had they did good. It was kind of like a high school level. It wasn't like a Big Ten or it wasn't a Penn State whiteout where it's like you look at it and you're like, holy crap, like this is
It's a Big
insane.
12. It's a Big 12 level.
It's a Big 12 level. It almost felt like just like a good, like a high school. I mean, obviously, stadium's bigger in high school level, but it's like a high school red out where it's like, oh, everyone come wear red. And it's
Oh,
like
we totally had
90% of the
those
people did.
at my
90%
red-colored
of
high
people
school.
did. But then there'd be like 5 or 6 people just here or there that were wearing like white or black or something, or blue in this case, and like ruin the perfect look. So, yeah. It doesn't help that they're a all bleacher stadium too. That makes it tough. So like anytime
Oh,
there's someone,
really?
any opening is just silver. That makes it tough.
Oh, yeah.
But it was cool. The parts that I was we were on the UW sideline looking across the Arizona sideline. Looked cool. Looked cool.
Nice.
On that one. So student section definitely brought it though. You can tell
I heard they it cleared out quite a bit in the second half.
It did, especially once I think it was after the first 4th down failure where UW got the ball back, but then just went 3 and out themselves right back. But before UW went 3 and out, that's when the whole stadium really kind of cleared out. But first half was fun. Students brought it. You can tell a party school when you see it.
Oh,
no
yeah.
offense to the great University of Arizona.
Mike threw for 350 yards, no touchdowns. He's still on track. He's on track.
Not when the guy who came before him, Caleb Williams, 3 for 403 yards and 6 touchdowns, though, which is a good segue into USC Colorado. Oh, this game was freaking crazy, man. This was like, were you able to see any? I know you said you.
I saw the first like 5 minutes. USC went up 14-0 pretty quick. I had a brutal headache, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna rest my eyes for a little bit, and then I wake up and it's like the 11 or it's the 11 slot. It's just like no.
Yeah, so I'll give my best review of this game. USC absolutely dominated the first half. I think it was 31-7 at halftime, if I remember correctly. And then Colorado just kind of kept chipping away, and they kept chipping away, and they'd score 2 touchdowns to USC's 1. And then like Caleb Williams would throw a pick, and then Colorado would get another touchdown. And then all of a sudden it's a 2 touchdown game with only a few minutes left. And Colorado's got the ball with 6 minutes. The problem is Colorado had already used all 3 of their timeouts in the second half, and they were being so freaking just lethargic with the ball. Like they weren't hurrying up. They were still running the ball. They were using up almost the entire play clock for almost no reason. It literally felt like they thought like they were supposed to be running the clock out. It was just like they put themselves in a position where they get the ball with 6 minutes left. They don't score their touchdown until there's about 1:45 left.
Oh my God.
And they don't have any timeouts, so they're forced to kick an onside kick. Actually almost get it back is the funny thing. They almost got it. They didn't, but they almost
was
did.
It Chase Feely? Was Chase Feely, or was it the
I think it was Chase
one
Feely.
from Jackson State?
I think it was Feely. It was Feely.
Ooh.
Yeah, so almost get it back. Don't. SC gets it, kneels on it 3 times, game over. If they managed the clock any differently.
I saw Caleb throw a bad pick.
He threw his first pick of the year, yeah. It was a little bit of a duck too, but
they're showing cracks. The
offense is still really freaking good, man. That defense is definitely concerning though. That USC defense couldn't stop a freaking nose.
I want to see USC play a real defense first. Have they played a real defense yet?
Who have they played so far? I don't.
They might have the week before.
No, they played ASU the week before.
Yeah, no, I want to see them play a real defense.
Stanford, Nevada. Yeah, they haven't played a real defense yet.
That defense is just bad.
Play U of A this weekend. That could be interesting.
I don't know if U of A has a real defense and it's at home. Notre Dame
at Notre Dame the week after. That's gonna be a fun football game right there. That's one to circle. God, is that the same day as the?
That's coming on
Oregon?
Right after. It is. It's coming on right after.
Oh, that's
you have 12:30.
Fun day of football that weekend.
I'm going to game day. Man. I'm going to game day.
Is game day going to be in Seattle? Did I say it?
If you read the tea leaves, yes.
It's a good place to have game
Kirk
day.
basically said it.
They should put game day at U of A
I think
for
I
one of
think
these years.
I think Notre Dame having it twice already is why they won't get it
Yeah,
again.
yeah, that makes sense.
Where's game day going
Um,
this weekend? It's Red River, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Should play at U of A one of these years. It's funny because I literally live way closer to Tempe than I live to Tucson, but I'd much rather
Mhm.
go to U of A than Tempe, man.
It
ASU's a joke. Move on to the other PNW school, Oregon boat race, Stanford.
was
Actually, not
close. It
much.
was no. Let's. It was the game plan they did felt like early David Shaw Stanford. Uh, they they like time of possession to hell of it, forced 2 3 and outs for Oregon, and it was like 14-9 at half or 14-6 at half.
I did see that. I did see it. It was a
And
much
so
closer game
Oregon
at
fans were
halftime
like,
than I
not
thought.
again, not again, not again. And then they just boat raced him in the second half.
Mhm.
Yep, that's about right. Bo Nix still throws nothing but short passes.
It works, man. It
That
works for him.
works. That works. I think
Um,
I hope we can early 3 and out and take a lead and never look back.
yeah. Um, Notre Dame at Duke. This was a fun
This
game.
was awesome.
Notre Dame's only capable of playing low scoring games when they play other top 25 teams. So I don't know if that bodes well or doesn't bode well for SC. But man, Duke almost had him, man. Duke was this freaking close to having
They
him.
made so many mistakes.
That last drive, I mean, shoot, they had him in 4th and long, and they just let him freaking jog for a first down. Sam Hartman, crazy man. Um,
Man, I wanted
it's
Duke
just
to be able to
depressing.
pull it off.
I
Honest,
really thought they were
this
gonna
is
have a
definitely going to be the
chance.
bet. And then I'm happy that Riley Leonard isn't hurt for the year. That's
Yeah,
very good. It's just
he's a
good.
fun
It's
player.
a good Duke defense. It's a really
Hmm.
good defense. Um, Riley Leonard, he's a good quarterback.
He's a really good
Maybe
quarterback.
he
We're gonna be
stays
talking about
next
him in
year.
the draft. If he
Oh,
doesn't
we
stay, we're gonna be
absolutely
talking
will.
about him.
We absolutely will. I totally agree. He's got a lot of things that when you're looking for quarterbacks you want. But man, I really wanted them to be able to pull it off. And then Mike Elko's probably gone this year too. Man.
Yeah, this might have been the year for him. And now they're at, well, I guess this is their first loss, so it's not like season over, and it's not even in conference, so it's not like season's over. They could still win the ACC, but I guess Florida State. Actually, let's look at Duke's schedule. I feel like we already did this before, but let's see. They
We
still have
have.
Florida State, and they still have North Carolina, Louisville too. Shoot, all three of those games, all their three ranked games left are all on the road. That's kind of brutal.
That's tough. I hope they can if they can do it against Notre Dame, they can beat Florida State, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Notre Dame is at home though. Going into Tallahassee ain't easy. Shoot, I mean,
No, it
even
is
that
not.
North
That's the
Carolina,
doke, right?
yeah, yeah. North Carolina, Duke. I mean, the classic basketball rivalry looks like it'll be fun in football for the first time, and who knows how long,
Ever.
ever. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Duke goes from here. Notre Dame, though, reestablished themselves a top 10 team, which they never really weren't one. I mean, literally
No, you
speaking, they
can't you
were because
can't
they
blame them.
ball
You can't
out.
punish them too much for that Ohio State loss. Well,
Yeah,
they should have 10, they should have 11 players in the field.
yeah. Usually that's a good idea.
Honestly, though, Sam Hartman has not lived up to my hopes for him. I thought they'd score more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, Duke's got really good defense. And Ohio State's got really good defense. So um it happens. They get to play USC in a couple of weeks. He'll get back on track for that one. And Stanford too. They play Stanford later this
Who would
year
you
too.
would you rather play a one loss or a undefeated USC?
I'd rather play a undefeated USC because they'll
I think so
probably a bit
too.
they're going to be bit less on edge if they do get one loss. If they play undefeated, if you go into LA and they're undefeated and we're the best offense they're going to see all year, they're going to be a little pressing. They're going to be a little nervous. They're going to give up one or two first downs and think, "Oh, here we go again. The offense has to play hero ball to keep us in it." and that's when Caleb starts throwing picks. And granted, he won't throw a lot because we suck on defense, but he will throw maybe one, maybe two.
I'll throw it
And
to
that's how
Jabbar.
UW wins that game. Yeah, throw it to Jabbar. He's the only one who can catch.
That's not true. I think Cam Fab has in those picks. You know what? I'll give this to Cam Fab. I hated him last year. He's looked pretty damn good this year. Not against great competition, but you gotta play who you gotta play.
Well, we'll see our first shot against great competition in
I
2 weeks.
I think UW beats Oregon, loses to SC. I think I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah.
I think they split those. I think
that's probably fair. And then Oregon SC play, so maybe they get a little.
But
rock,
Oregon
paper,
gets
scissors.
SC at home.
And Oregon beats SC. Get a little rock.
That's going to be a mess. That's going to be a mess. Another mess for something that they broke. That was not broken. It was like we were like the only conference that divisions worked well for.
Yeah.
I don't think any conference had good divisions. ACC doesn't. SEC doesn't, because Alabama's gotten to duck every good team ever.
Yep.
Maybe except LSU.
Except LSU, yeah. That 2019 LSU team was good.
Big 12 never had conferences.
Big 12's never had them. SC and Big 10, Big 10, it's just ridiculously unbalanced. So the Big 10 West winner will never stand a chance against Big 10 East winner.
The one conference that divisions worked for. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Playoff cough. Come on, man.
Yeah. Not a good call. And it's dead now, so it doesn't even matter. Shoot, UW would have gone to the Rose Bowl last year probably if they kept the conference structure. But that's all right. We'll take our Alamo Bowl Cup trophy thing.
I think we beat that Penn State team. But here's the thing. Yeah. I think if we make the Rose Bowl, we don't get Penix, Rome, Braylon, those guys to come back.
That's also true. This is also true. We should probably keep moving here. We are
lagging. Oh
gosh. Bama, Mississippi
State. The only thing interesting I have to say about this game is Randy the plumber did not post a video. So
he didn't. No, I was looking forward to the idiot box this week. Dang, man. That guy's funny. That guy's really funny. LSU Ole Miss. Holy crap! This game, man. This game was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Did either defense show up? Did remember when the SEC was like the classic like 13-10 conference? Oh man, not anymore. Not anymore. They
thank Lane Kiffin for that.
Right. Well, thank Lane Kiffin for that, because guess what? He just beat LSU. He beat LSU, man.
That Jaden Daniels hit. Oh my god. That was an awesome game.
That was a sweet game, and I missed most of it because I was freaking. I was touring the beautiful University of Arizona, but parts of this game I was able to see, and then they almost came all the way back down. They almost got in position to score. They did get in position to score a touchdown, but man. Undisciplined play by LSU offensive line there at the end. So many false starts, so many just totally unforced errors to make that a harder conversion than it should have been. They could have won that game, man. Even with everything, they could have won that game, and they didn't. That's on Brian Kelly for not telling his offensive lineman not to false start with the game on the line. I don't know. Some games are just like, shoot, if you score 49 points, you hope you're going to win.
That was fun. Speaking of not a fun one, Oklahoma continues their steamrolls.
Yep. Although we got the rivalry this weekend, we'll see.
I think it's gonna decide a playoff spot.
I think it will too. I think locked in the Big 12.
I don't think a one-loss Big 12 team should make the playoff.
No, I agree. Not with. I think
undefeated. I think 2 one-loss Pac-12 teams, a Big 10 team, and but then you got FSU. It's gonna be fun.
You could make an argument for an SEC team like Georgia if they finish undefeated.
Oh yeah, if Georgia runs the table, of course.
Yeah.
And if they're a good one-loss team, yes. But if there's
they're only 5 games in. Give him some
If they're
time.
yeah, give him some time. East
Um,
Coast bias, man. I hope it doesn't strike again. But I think the narrative is well out that the Pac-12 is really good this year.
yeah, no, I think everyone's kind of starting to realize that. South Carolina at the University of Tennessee.
Rough,
Tennessee,
ugly for South Carolina. And Spencer Rattler's like, it was their Super Bowl. Just like there's some people that are like, oh, the revenge game for Hendon Hooker. That was a little ugly.
yeah,
Score
yeah,
right had 104 yards. That's an awesome name.
yeah. It's a great name. Speaking of SEC games, oh man, Florida went up to Kentucky,
And got
and
smacked.
dude, Ray Davis, dude, man, is he draft
He was
eligible
really
this
good.
year? Is he draft eligible this year? He might be
I doubt
RB1
it.
after that position, after that game, if he
Did you see
is.
like the board? Like some of the names were like
Oh, Ray Davis is draft eligible this year. Okay, he's going to be skyrocketing. He's going to be
did you
skyrocketing
see
after
that
that game.
graphic that was like like some of the names that were up there for like most rushing yards in a game? There's like a Battleship Williams or something. It was something like that. It was awesome.
Well, there you go, Ray Davis. I'm gonna call him Death Ray Davis because he literally killed the entire Oregon defense. Gosh, he's gonna be a fun player to evaluate.
You said
Draft him, I
Oregon.
feel. Or did I say Oregon? I meant Florida. It's another state that has the OR in it.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of Florida, both Florida on my daily Kalen DeBoer Twitter search. I see a lot of Florida and Arkansas fans clamoring for Kalen DeBoer.
Like going to freaking Arkansas,
He's
maybe
not an SEC
Florida.
guy. He's not an SEC guy. I don't know. Well, I mean, Kalen DeBoer is another Dan Mullen, honestly.
Yeah,
He's a much better Dan Mullen, but like Florida's up there with Auburn right now for most unstable SEC or just running people out of town super quickly.
yeah, that's crazy. They Billy Napier was like a folk hero after they beat Tennessee, and 2 weeks later they get
Oh yeah,
steamrolled by
well,
Kentucky. And
he's had a lot of ups and downs. This is week one, steamrolled by Utah. Hate him, fire him. Then he beats Tennessee. And then he loses to Kentucky.
it doesn't get lose to Kentucky. He gets absolutely flattened by Kentucky, specifically one player, Ray Davis.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Missouri on Vandy.
Yep.
That's-
Vandy, I mean, okay, I know Vandy lost this football game, but they're frisky, man. They're frisky. I think they're
Mhm.
like 2-3 now, or maybe even worse. Yeah, 2-4, but they're a frisky
Oh, they
2 and
lost
4,
to
man.
UNLV.
That is tough. That's a tough look.
That's
Never mind.
bad.
Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything. They hung a little bit with their Kentucky though. Give them credit for that.
I wonder how much this that's garbage time. Who knows?
That's true. And then Fresno State absolutely boat race Nevada.
They're gonna be the Group 5 team in the New Year's Six.
New Year's Six. Yep. Agree.
You know whose
Elsewhere.
player those are with though? It's with Kalen DeBoer's players.
Maryland divorce players. That's right. But they
You know
they
that
got pretty
there's
good
a
coach in
lot of
Jeff
smoke.
Tedford.
Oh, an incredible catch. One of the best coaches out there that doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah.
A rumor that's out right now though.
Yeah.
Next AD is the front runner right now is the Fresno State
Oh, great. They're going to give Courtney Morgan a lifetime contract.
I'd give Kalen DeBoer a lifetime contract.
Yeah, I know you would. Yeah,
Hey,
I can see it. They've got a solid
if that's
program. They've
DeBoer's
actually been
guy,
competitive in basketball too, so maybe they can freaking finally fire
it's more about
Hopkins.
I think a lot of it is also about he's got really good fundraising and he's a
Mhm.
football guy. He worked under Mike Shanahan, which is like,
yeah,
that's
good.
pretty impressive. And then he's
Yeah.
a big voice in like the Brotherhood of Black Athletic Directors or something like that. Which I mean,
There you go.
we've never had a black
Nice.
athletic director before.
No, so that'd be good. Actually, that'd be good.
That's a good ceiling to break.
Yep.
All right, let's go on some of the non-top 25 games. Texas A&M, not a bad team.
Took care of business against Arkansas. Good on
Clemson
them.
took it to Syracuse. I was bummed by that.
Yeah, took it to Syracuse.
Tulane,
Your favorite
another
little
dub.
guy kept
Another
doing
dub.
it.
Well, I think he's back to number one. Out of the Orange was number one last week, but I was pretty disappointed with their performance. So I'm taking the
Yeah.
proven winner.
The proven winner. Let's do it, man.
Michael Pratt's going to be an NFL quarterback.
He will be. He definitely will be. He's good. I think he's already gotten a Senior Bowl invite, or he's
Good.
gonna get
He's good.
one.
He's got a good
Yeah.
arm. JMU, go Dukes.
Yeah.
They can't. They're not bowl eligible, and they can't play in a conference championship game because they would have last year, and they probably would have been able to this year too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand, like the rule is to not have them jump up and down, but like this JMU team's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is I mean, shoot. I mean, we're talking about South Alabama too. They're competitive, so that's a fun game right there. One possession there at the end. Akron and Buffalo going to OT at 13-10. There you go. The MAC is the new SEC. You heard it here first.
Always has been.
Always has been.
And that's like an Ohio meme too, because MAC. It's like
no, it's true. Because like half the team, yeah, tap it's Ohio, yeah.
Football.
Shoot. One of these days we got to get like one of those Sporkle quizzes going and see if we can name every MAC team just off the top.
Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it right now. Oh, no,
let's do it. Actually, yeah, no, let's do this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'll have it in front of me. I'll see if you can get it. MAC team. Like that's Max teams. I don't care about. I don't know who Max is. Here we go. So I'll have it in front of me. You have to try to guess. So here we go. I don't have the names in front of me though.
Okay.
So
Kent State.
That's definitely one of them.
Akron.
Hold on.
Toledo.
Akron University. Do I have to type in the whole school name? Akron Zips. Okay. Oh, I have to do the Kent State Golden Flashes. Oh, I have to.
Okay. I can do
put
that.
out the whole names too. Okay.
Okay.
Toledo Rockets.
Central Michigan Chippewas. 2 P's.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're at 4 out of 14.
Eastern Michigan. Are they the Emus now? I think they might have changed from the Eagles.
This quiz still says them as the Eagles. So
okay. Buffalo
Bulls. I know that one.
Buffalo Bulls.
Western Michigan Broncos.
Yeah. Ohio Bobcats.
Mm-hmm. Miami, Ohio.
I don't
Red
know
Hawks.
Miami's.
I want to say it's Red Hawks. Yep, Red Hawks.
Is Bowling Green MAC?
Yeah, they are. I want to say the Falcons or the Eagles.
I have no clue what their mascot
Birds?
is.
I could have sworn their mascot was like a bird. I thought they were the Falcons.
Chanticleers.
Chanticleers. So Bowling Green, we know them. Let's see. Is there any other Ohio ones we're missing? Ball State Cardinals.
Youngstown State. No, that's FCS.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Northern Illinois. Huskies.
Go Dogs.
Actually, I can put these up on the screen here because they're not revealing the names. But Bowling Green's on there. I know Bowling Green's there. I just don't know what their mascot is. The Hawks, maybe? I know it's a bird.
Green Hawks.
Shoot, what? Oh, is UMass still?
No. They're independent.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta remember my Tuesday nights watching MAC football. I'm bummed they don't do that anymore. Did we do Miami, Ohio?
Yeah, we did Miami Red Hawks.
Oh, Red Hawks. Okay.
Toledo,
Middle
Akron.
Tennessee? No, they're not. And neither is Western Kentucky, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. Western
Kentucky. Is UNI?
Northern
Iowa?
No, they're FCS. They're definitely FCS.
Ball State was a good one. Dayton? No,
they're FCS.
Wayne State? No.
Shoot, this is hard, man. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking like all over Ohio now.
We're missing 3 right now.
Yeah.
No, we're missing
Yep.
2 because we got Bowling Green, and I'm gonna
Yeah, we
count
got
that
Bowling
one.
Green. Or yeah, we'll count Bowling Green. Actually, while we're
Toledo,
waiting, I'm just
Akron.
gonna like Bowling Green Falcons. Hold on, did I spell the name wrong? Bowling Green Falcons.
Maybe they have an old mascot. Maybe they're not.
Whoever made this quiz maybe spelled it wrong.
Maybe they're not a MAC team.
Bowling Green football. No, they're in the MAC.
Okay.
So we know Bowling Green's on here. We know
Okay.
Bowling Green's on here.
Eastern Central.
Let's cheat a little bit. No, I don't see any. I don't see any Western or any MAC teams we have already named. Let's see, Bowling Green maybe it pops. Yeah, Bowling Green Falcons. I could have sworn they were Bowling
I
Green
thought they were
Falcons.
Falcons too. I vividly remember the funniest flop for equipment timeout.
All right, are we just gonna give up?
Yeah.
UMass.
This
Is old.
outdated.
This is old. This is old.
Bowling Green State. Okay, we got them all. We got them all.
Okay, we got them
Let's
all.
look up the current MAC. Let's look up the current MAC.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's do. Here we go, December 2021. So this is more accurate.
24.
That's basketball. College football teams in the MAC quiz. Here we go. Okay. 12. Yeah, 12. So let's see. Bowling Green.
Oh, thank God.
Buffalo. Oh. Buffalo. Ohio. This is really laggy. Miami. Look how many ads I've got on my screen.
Jeez.
Miami, Ohio. They're all for a freaking Silverado too. I don't have that kind of money. Come on, I'd get a Silverado already if I could afford one. Okay, so Miami, Ohio.
Or no, Eastern Michigan.
Wait,
Eastern Central.
Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Western. Michigan,
Akron. I think NIU might not. Oh yeah, NIU.
No.
Akron, Toledo, and Kent State.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, we're working with faulty premise earlier, so we're good. We're good. There we go. We knew every every max we knew every SEC school. Because the MAC's the new SEC.
Eastern versus Central. Ooh, look at that. 26-23.
Yeah, look at that.
Fun BC, UVA. BC had Florida State on the ropes.
BC sucks, and they still almost beat Florida State. It's crazy.
We almost hired. I think the BC coach was after DeBoer, Jeff Taggart or whatever.
Yeah, would not have gone good. Not gone well there. Virginia's bad, man.
Indiana got stopped by Maryland. Maryland looks legit, and it should be right.
We're just gonna ignore Cal ASU.
Yeah,
matchup of 2 of the 3 bad Pac-12 teams.
Purdue thumped Illinois.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised by that one.
Illinois has fallen off big time since they lost.
They lost their entire secondary.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Oh man, I think there's a one point a college football secondary at the University of Illinois that had Kirby Joseph, Sidney Brown, and Devin Witherspoon. That's wild. And they had what's his name? That's in Washington now. Who's their second round pick? Am I tripping? Hold on. I could have sworn there was another guy.
I think you're right.
Washington Commanders 2023 draft. Here we go. I want to say, was it like Jatavis Martin?
Yeah, Jatavis.
Yeah, Jatavius Martin or Jartavius Martin. Yeah, also from Illinois. Gosh, man, what a secondary that was. Almost all of them ended up being day 1 or day 2 draft picks.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't look so bad that they upset Penn State that year.
Yeah, so Rutgers took it to Wagner's. Rutgers almost bowl eligible. They gotta be pretty close. They're
at 4 wins. Yeah, they're 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
Can they get 2 wins? Michigan State
they got
and
Michigan
Indiana.
State, Indiana. There you go. They're gonna be bowl eligible.
And Iowa.
And Iowa. So there you go.
Rutgers gonna be bowl eligible.
What a fun and that's fun. That's fun. Good for the Scarlet Knights. Good for Greg.
I don't know. Greg Schiano's a dickhead. I hate him.
Yeah, I don't know about good for him, but hey, good for the Scarlet Knights. Good for that fan base.
Houston was up on Tech pretty big early, but
Yeah,
hey, Joe
but
McGuire got one. But
yeah.
speaking of being up big, UCF blew an insane
Oh, dude. Man, all four of the Big 12's editions this year not adjusting well.
Nope.
uh
And I was at the bounce house too. They blew it home.
yeah. Yeah, Baylor. I mean, good for Dave
Arkansas
Aranda.
State got a dub.
He did. Shout out Butch Jones,
Jones
man.
gonna get fired at Arkansas State.
He probably still will. But hey, he beat UMass, so congrats? Question mark.
One of the worst programs in college football that should probably honestly when super leagues are finally formed, UMass should probably just stop football. And so should Cal.
Yeah. Let's see here. USF beat Navy. USF's kind of fun this year, actually.
Oh yeah.
Marshall, Old Dominion.
Boise State blew a big lead against Memphis.
Against Memphis, yep. Let's see. Any other ones?
Michigan State, Iowa, above 25.
Look at that. Look at that. Still below average because they got shut out by Penn State, but at least they got above
They needed
25.
to score a lot more this game. He is so doomed. He's so doomed.
They're 16 behind. They're 16 points behind pace as is. So he needs to get 41 points in one game to make up for it.
So doomed.
Shout
out Biff Poggi. Another L.
Biff Poggi. Hey, but
VT getting a win over Pitt. Is Narduzzi out?
Yeah, Pitt's not good this year.
And people were saying
West Virginia
for Michigan State.
West Virginia continues to be frisky. Yeah, man. They're almost 4-1. They're 4-1. Yeah, their only loss was to a really freaking good Penn State team on the road, though. So no shame in that. They're frisky, frisky team.
App State, 1 point
1 point win over UC.
Air Force is a good team. Air Force versus versus Fresno State is gonna be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. That's it for week 5. Any thoughts on it real fast?
That was not my favorite slate, to be honest. I didn't like the slate, to be honest.
No. So we'll hop into week. Hey, we got Wednesday night games tomorrow night. Jacksonville State's back out there.
Go.
Jacksonville State's back out there, and you can attend for $12.
I love how they have that part on there.
Yeah. Let's see. Kind of a lame. I won't lie. Lame
Oklahoma State, Nebraska, Illinois, Friday night games.
God, Oklahoma State's barely
they're really bad.
College football team though.
Is Gundy gonna step down? Probably
better. Nebraska, Illinois for $6. Shoot, 2 bad Big Ten teams. That could be fun. Red River rivalry, 9 a.m.
Red River rivalry. That's gonna be
gonna be fun. That's gonna be the best one in years, probably.
It's a playoff game.
Yeah, literally. I mean, whoever wins this firmly in the driver's seat for the Big 12, which this year should be getting a playoff spot.
Oklahoma's winning.
Oklahoma's winning. I like that. I'm not going to go in that direction. I think Texas always plays Oklahoma well. They absolutely throttled him last year. Don't get me wrong. This Oklahoma team's a lot better than they were last year, but so is Texas. So, that
Texas D-line's good.
Yeah. Texas is fun this year. And this is another team that's kind of like that has to be this year because they are losing a ton of talent to the draft next year. If it all goes out, obviously.
If Texas wins this game, they're back. If Texas wins
for sure.
They're back.
Maryland going to Ohio State.
That could be
yeah, Maryland can put up points, man.
Talia Tagovailoa.
Yeah,
he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, to his little bro. He's a baller. LSU below Mizzou. Man, that's crazy.
What year is this? 2011?
Right. Actually, no, 2011 was the year LSU was number 1 for the entire year. So it's 2012. It'd be one of the Drew Lock years, actually. Big cock lock.
No. So it was like the Michael Sam years. They are actually really good.
Oh, yeah. 2013, the year they won the SEC East. Yep. I remember that. Yeah, LSU.
They're in the SEC East.
Yeah, I know. It makes no sense.
What?
It really should be the SEC North and South, honestly, but who cares? They're
When
all
they get
technically
like
South.
when they get like freaking like Florida State and Clemson, they can fix that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Any other games standing out? Rutgers may get a chance to get one step closer to bowl eligibility here. William and Mary, that would be the ultimate knock for Virginia, is losing to an FCS team, but it could happen.
Have we had any FCS over FBS ones? I think we've had one or two, but not many this year.
Yeah, not a ton. Stanford lost to Sac State.
Yep.
There's
Jeff,
one.
we're in another year of I forgot my weekly Jeff Troy Taylor's Inferno.
Yeah.
What would this week be? David Shaw years.
Let's see here. What else we got?
Wazoo loses to UCLA.
I would normally agree, but man, UCLA's offense just couldn't do anything against. I think Washington State can at least put up points on UCLA. So that'll be fun though. That'll be interesting. That's a noon game. Oh, it's on Pac-12 Network. Shoot, UW's not playing. I'll open up the old Fubo subscription for that game. I'm taking Wazoo though.
It's week 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is week 6.
I'm smelling lots of upsets this week. I'm smelling a lot of upsets. I feel like A&M could beat Bama.
A&M always threatens to beat Bama. Virginia Tech's not hanging with Florida State though.
That's sorry. No, they're not. I was talking about the big stupid upset I had earlier as well, and I forget what it was, but I'll find it later. We talked about it. We said we'd circle back. Scroll down through these crap MAC games.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just keep scrolling.
Wake Forest, Clemson. Yeah, Wake Forest nothing this year.
Ugh.
Colorado, ASU.
Kentucky beats Georgia. That's what it was.
Kentucky beats Georgia. I like that actually. That's a fun big stupid upset that I could actually see happening. Colorado, ASU. That'll be fun. That's another reason to get the Pac-12 subscription.
At the desert.
In the desert. Oh man. I'll watch
$64 for a ticket there. Jeez. All right.
That's the cheapest Colorado ticket anywhere. Trust me on that. Shit, maybe I'll go to that game after all. I don't have any other plans on Saturday. Michigan at Minnesota.
No shot.
Nope. Notre Dame going to Louisville. That could be another fun, big stupid upset. Man, are all Notre Dame's games gonna be on ABC for the rest of the year? Like, come on, that's ridiculous. But NBC's like, hey, we signed these guys.
We're supposed to have them.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, awful slate. Fresno State to Wyoming. That's an upset alert.
That could be a fun one. I could see Wyoming pulling
elevation
there.
It's the elevation. That's the highest elevation in college football.
Texas Tech Baylor's going to be chaotic. I don't know about good, but it'll be chaotic.
Oh gosh, this is just an awful slate. Oregon State at Cal, Arizona.
Oh yeah. Shoot, I mean, U of A, USC is the nightcap's not terrible.
That's a 7:30 game.
Yeah, you have to stay up for that one.
Maybe some weird stuff could happen. I want USC. We need USC to lose.
Yeah, this is a really weak slate.
Thank God we're on a bye, so I'm not gonna watch that much college football this weekend.
Yeah,
and I'm probably not gonna watch. I'm gonna go have some fun this weekend. Maybe I'll take a little road trip.
Shoot, some of the most fun freaking games of the weekend are on the Pac-12 Network, man. It's brutal. So yeah, that's it for week 6. Real fast though, as is tradition.
Thursday night.
NFL week 5. Yeah, here we go. ESPN. Here we go. Lines. We have to do the lines. Here we go.
Oh, this is an awful game.
Yeah, I know. I already know what it is. I'm just excited to talk about it for all the wrong reasons. Bears Commanders. They took the Thursday night. They took the Thursday night game we all made fun of last year, and they did it again. Amazon doesn't care. They think we're jokes. They think we're funny. And guess what? We are funny because I'm going to be freaking watching this game, man. Just kidding.
Of course I'm going to be watching it. We're addicted.
Yeah. So, do the Bears finally get in the win column?
6.5
6 and a
is way too
half is
much.
a lot.
That's way too much. I'm taking Bears with 6.5. That's so much for
How
two
many am I down
awful
now?
offenses.
I'm down like
Two
now.
No, three.
Yeah, because I was down 1 and then I dropped 2.
I think that's a very. I think you can make up wins better ways than that.
I'm not going to doubt the commies after last weekend, man. I knew I should have picked them to hang with Philly, and I didn't. It's a really bad Bears team, man. It's not a division game, so it's not going to be quite as weird. I'm taking commies -6.5.
It's a Thursday night game. They're weird.
And they're at home.
This week 5.
Thursday night at home is always a big advantage. Thursday night on the road's when you gotta get scared. So there you go. We will have a different scoreboard on our NFL episode on Thursday night. Because either you will be 3 ahead or I'm up whole, almost even with you.
Gotta hear.
There we go. Well, that's it.
I think I'm already 3 ahead.
No, you're 3. Oh, so I'll either be 2 ahead, or no, you'll either be 2 ahead, or you're going to start to take a little bit of a commanding lead, which the Commanders won't.
6.5 is way too much for the Commanders.
Dude, the Bears are awful, man.
Justin Fields was actually pretty good last week.
Yeah, against the worst defense in the league.
That's true.
Commies don't have the worst defense in the league. It's not great, but
I don't know. But I don't think will the Commanders be able to score though. Sam Howell is horrible.
They scored with Philly.
That's true. I didn't watch that game.
It was close, man. They almost won. If freaking Ron Rivera had gone for 2. If Ron Rivera, they scored a touchdown.
What happened to Riverboat Ron? What happened to Riverboat?
Should have won for 2, man. We should have won for 2. That's all he did to do. Soft. Agreed. He's lost his edge. There you go. That's it for the West Coast Draft Podcast. Unless any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen?
If one of us subscribe, we all subscribe. If one of us hit like, we all click like. And if one of us chooses a horrible spread against the
worst team in football,
if one of us gives the Commanders almost 7 points, we all give the Commanders almost 7 points.